I suspect that Melania has been whispering in Trump's ear. I think she was trafficked.
This is ridiculous. I don't even know what to say. These people are just on their Israel kick, okay? And all of them are. This is the reason they have these followers. This is the reason this guy gets to get on Rogan, okay? To push this. There is no, first of all, he goes on to, by the end of this clip, he goes on to say, no, it's all Israel. Okay. So there's no, I think that Melania would maybe mention if she had been trafficked. Not that she had, but again, this is a way to try to tie it back to Trump. God forbid give any credit to Trump. First of all, it was Ivanka Trump that was very involved with Donald Trump with the trafficking stuff. I'm not saying Melania didn't have anything to do with it. Not at all. I'm just saying I think that she was working with the kids. Like she's been involved in the foster care stuff going on. I mean, well, at least this administration, but I think she was doing stuff like that in the first administration too. So that's not true. I mean, unless it's something I haven't seen that she could be, I guess. It doesn't matter. But to say that, again, this is all, we have to find a way not to give because Donald Trump couldn't have possibly, because he does say in here, he's like, obviously, if Donald Trump was indicated in any of this, the Democrats would have exposed it a long time ago. Like if Trump was doing anything with Epstein, nefarious wise. And so that's true. The Democrats, they would have blown that up a long time ago. The fact is they know that Donald Trump wasn't. But why is it so hard for these people to get that Trump was an insider? Literally, Donald Trump has said this. I'm an insider. Sometimes you need somebody that's from the inside. But these people, Whitney Webb, this Ian Carroll, I mean, they all want to turn this on Israel. And the thing is when you look at Mossad, and Mossad is, and I'm not saying none of the intelligence agencies are, shiny white for sure, right? But the very first intelligence agency was MI6. And then which was in 1906. The CIA formed 1947, and then Mossad came in 1949. So you look and you're like, who trained who? Well, if you go back far enough, what you'll find, MI6 goes back to the days of Mary Queen of Scots. This is Mary Queen of Scots, who was related, I mean, she's dead now, obviously, but I mean, she was it's Donald Trump's lineage. It is, through Marianne McLeod. And as you can see here, MI6 stands for Military Intelligence Section 6 and is formally known as Secret Intelligence Service, or SIS. The agency can trace its roots back to the first Queen Elizabeth, whose Secretary of State, Sir Francis Walsingham, established a legendary secret service. His intelligence work, you could see the rest, I can't because of the recording, but led to the execution of Mary Queen of Scots, according to Britannica. So what I'm trying to point out here is, first of all, because again, why doesn't anybody, nobody in mainstream media, none of the podcasters, none of the people that have all these connections, like that have hundreds and thousands of followers. Yeah, I would never get 100,000 followers. But I don't hear any of those people that do have millions or hundreds of thousands, and I'm not complaining. I'm trying to make a point here that somebody like me and many others, you will never get that many, because they do not want people to realize that Donald Trump is from a royal line. Not that that's important to America, but it is in some ways, because it goes back to a very old war. And in this case, with this obsession that people have in the Whitney Webb, in this network, with blaming Israel, it doesn't make any sense. Mossad, And they do it through Robert Maxwell, which Robert Maxwell was Ghislaine Maxwell's father, okay? I get it. But no, it goes back to the UK. That's really what people need to look at. That's what I mean. It goes back this far. It's not hard to put together. But they seem to want to stop at the place where they make excuses for RFK Jr. That's the other thing that pisses me off. Because when RFK Jr. was running his campaign, yeah, he interviewed, Whitney Webb interviewed him. Okay, so, and she does disclose, yeah, he was on the plane, and she says how, once it was one time he was on the plane, then he came back, said it was two, then he changed it again. Yeah, okay, she never even talks about how he has this, obsession with dead animals and all that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I mean, like, just crazy ass shit like that might be important to know. But regardless, what they are trying to do is they don't like Trump. They just don't. They don't want to give Trump any credit. So she'll make excuses. So like this woman's podcast, Sabby Sabs, okay? And I don't know her. I just came across this. You see how many followers she has. 174,000 followers. And this was from a year ago. Whitney Webb exposes truths about RFK Jr., okay? And then but basically makes it seem so she's not happy with RFK Jr. Whitney Webb. I will say that she's not happy, but for one reason, because he should be standing up with the Palestinian people. Look, that damn mess there going on has gone on. That shit has been going on since Yasser Arafat, even before that. Yasser Arafat was basically a Hamas. No different. Their entire people that get in government are terrorist organizations. They're cartels. You can't continue to allow that to happen. Am I saying Israel is innocent? I'm not trying to say they're always innocent. But what these assholes, okay, totally seem to forget is that these Hamas came in and killed a bunch of Israeli people. Cut people's heads off, killed parents, killed children. They're a terrorist organization, yet our country is so mindless. We had universities and professors and their students marching for Hamas. It's like absolutely insanity, total insanity. Okay? And that's what she cares about. So they give you I'm not telling you she doesn't tell you the truth. She'll tell you a whole bunch of truth. But where she will push her agenda with her network is push it that it's Israel. It's Israel. It's Israel. Because of Mossad. Well, no, she should have done her work better, huh? Has she ever talked about how Donald Trump's related to Mary Queen of Scots? And how MI6, which is the UK's secret intelligence service, was created before any of the other ones? So where do you think the other ones learned their information from? I would say even with the CIA, okay, which is, I think it's one of the most powerful. Mossad is one of the most excellent intelligence services, but they have to be, because look at what happened. Do these assholes ever talk about what happened to the Jews? Not just in the Holocaust, but at the Olympics, how these terrorist organizations back then, I forget, they killed all of their Jewish players during the Olympics. And it's Golda Meir then. She was prime minister. And she basically had secret agents go and kill these people. I don't blame them. I don't. This was the Olympics, for God's sake. That's what these terrorist organizations are for. If that's who she wants to support, is that bullshit. And Palestine, yes, are they caught in the middle of it? But yes, but they don't. They're moving them out of there. Nobody's trying to kill innocent people. They have pulled this bullshit forever. And that's what it is bullshit. Look, I'm not trying to be, Joe Kennedy goes back, and this is the other thing with the Kennedys. Joe Kennedy was a Nazi sympathizer. He wanted to ship the Jews to Africa. Yeah, he made statements like that. RFK Jr.'s been known But this one and this network, all they want to do is try to make Trump the bad guy.